Ready, watch this. So if I heard you're going to have Gino Bisconti potentially on the show,
yes,
the live show very soon. So if you do have him on, you're going to have to install one of those Steven Crowder quiet lights for him, because you're not going to be able to get a word in edgewise.
Now,
and Steven Crowder, huh?
We're gonna let's, you know what? Fuck this white chick who killed a couple of people. Let's get into the Crowder thing. If I could teach Crowder a lesson, it would be with my fist, man. No, if I were to teach Steven Crowder a lesson, it would be, Steve, you don't have to talk about everything. You don't have to bring everything to the table. Look, for a guy who's a narcissistic, lying sack of shit, and I promise we'll get off a chat after this. No. For a guy who's a narcissistic, lying sack of shit like Steven Crowder, his incessant need to swear to people that he's telling the truth and he's being forthcoming is remarkable to me. I guess it makes sense in the he needs to be in control all the time aspect. But this guy he'll bring up controversies to distract people from existing controversies and then run from one controversy to go to the next one, because he doesn't understand that, Steven, if you let this shit go, it burns out in a couple of days. But when he goes on his show for millions of people and goes, well, let me tell you, he didn't want to talk about the Dave Landau accusation. So he decided in his brilliant mind what he would do to diffuse the Landau thing is go, hey, guys, did you know I've been going through a rough, terrible divorce for the last 2 years? And you're like, Steven.
Yeah, we saw the Ring camera footage. Yeah, we do. Well, we know now.
Well, and then it came. So he goes, oh, yeah, I've been getting a divorce the last 2 years. And then says, my wife wanted it. I picked wrong. And then they had a deal not to fucking talk about this in public, but Steven Crowder didn't want people to think that he has a shut the fuck up light in his studio, so he decided to break the don't talk about it in public divorce thing, because you know what is a lot easier to deal with than an ex-co-host who doesn't want to work with you anymore? A woman who's divorcing you. That's a lot easier to work with. So definitely pick that controversy over the shut the fuck up Dave light. Oh, he could have just went.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Actually, honey, I love you.
Yes.
I love you.
There you go.
Please. I love you.
Stevie?
We're back.
Shut the fuck up. That's I think
yes, boss.
I think Brennan should have that. I think that light works for Brennan more than anybody else.
No, he don't need it. He fucking will spit it at you if he needs to. He just
spits it at people. So Crowder goes, yeah, you know what? I got this ex-co-host, which, by the way, you don't have to address that either. Your audience didn't give a shit. These people would eat out of your hand. So he's not going to address the Dave Landau shit. Instead, I'm going to talk about my bitch cunt ex-wife, his feelings, not mine. She seems like a sweet gal who's put up with a lot. But he goes, I'm going to bring up my divorce. That'll fix it. And then the wife goes, wait a minute, motherfucker. You said we weren't going to talk about this shit in public. Well, I'm unleashing a bunch of texts and video and audio and emails. And then they released, like you said, the Ring doorbell footage. Watch it. Fucking watch it. And then he didn't learn his lesson after that. He goes, wait a minute. I'm going to address the Ring doorbell thing. Like, how many people in Steven's life, do you think he has any people left who go, Steven, no?
Yeah, he sounds like an only child. I don't know his family.
I think he is.
Yeah, you get that sort of vibe off of, and like, I swear to God, I hate to say that we're talking about the last topic we were just talking about, but you're really, if I like tuned out the word Steven, when you were just talking, I could have heard the homeless guy from Florida's name dropped into that conversation, even though we're talking about two very different situations. They have the same sort of crazy tendencies that they've been following and flailing on.
Yeah. Well, it's just people who don't know how to handle the internet in general. Sometimes saying nothing is, the old saying, you win by not playing the game. And Crowder got sucked into the game, and now people have their teeth in him. It's over. He goes, I'm going to address the video. And not one person went, Steven, do you notice a pattern of you addressing the thing and then the thing going way off the fucking rails after that? Could we maybe try a different approach this time? Nobody tells him that. He's fired the Landaus, fired the Not Gay Jareds, fired. This happens with a lot of people who get really big. They fire all the no people. And even Dave Landau said this. He's surrounded himself with yes men. I mean, Stevie, do you think Brian Callen is going to tell Steven, oh, don't do that?
No, because he didn't do it for fucking Adam Carolla.
No. And then you.
Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of Brian. I'm thinking of the
bald
Brian.
No,
shit. Sorry about that.
Brian Callen, fighter and the kid. Brian Callen.
Fighter and the kid. Brian Callen.
Yeah. He's just happy to not be
Brian
working
Callen's
with Schaub.
a bit of a.
So
I don't know that much about those guys out there, but I don't see if you're getting paid. If it's a payday, you don't say no to a guy.
I wonder. I wonder if Steven's going to run into this problem. He's currently got Nick DiPaolo signed to his mug club now. I don't see Nick DiPaolo, especially at this age, being a yes man for anybody. I think if Steven Crowder's going to talk about any of this shit, he should do it far away from the likes of Nick DiPaolo.
You're right. Nick DiPaolo is like Kevin Brennan with a much more Republic, conservative tinge to him. That motherfucker.
I thought you were going to say better career.
Yeah. I mean, the money that Kevin Brennan's making right now in his super chats, I wouldn't be surprised if Nick DiPaolo saw that and maybe rethought some things.
Kevin's got the super chats. DiPaolo's got Mug Club. Both of them seem to be doing fine.
Yeah, but you know what? Kevin Brennan is his own boss right now. So this question that we're talking about, this discussion doesn't happen in the Kevin Brennan conversation. And I'll tell you as a performer, and too, when you don't have someone hanging over your head, much like you now have in this format, it feels a lot better for you if you could do it successfully.
I'll say that. I think you turned me. Kevin Brennan wins. He doesn't have to work with Steven fucking Crowder. There you go. But Crowder decides he's going to deflect, and then the video gets released, and then this weekend he goes, all right, well, I want to address the video. It's like, God damn it, man. Stay down. You're like Mickey in Rocky 1. Stay down. But Steven goes, well, guess what? I'm filing a motion with a judge, and he's doing this all on his show. I'm filing a motion with a judge. We're going to get medical records. And then he looks in the camera, mental health records. And I'm sure everyone thinks she's the mentally ill one out of the two of you. And he's like, basically he gave the Scarface with the cocaine and the giant rifle speech. He's like, you want a war? I'll take you to war. And now there is apparently the heat has been turned up so much on Steven Crowder that the NDA dams are starting to break. Steven is famous or infamous for having his employees sign non-disclosure agreements where they can't talk about any of their experiences with Steven Crowder. People have surmised for a long time that Not Gay Jared, his former producer, Jared Monroe, has a lot of bad things to say about Steven and his departure from Louder with Crowder, but he's under an NDA. He can't. 10 former employees of Crowder spoke to the New York Post this week. And I don't know if you read all of this, because I haven't even read through the whole thing. The accusations are, I'll say this, any of you, myself included, who had any notions that maybe Steven Crowder was dabbling in homosexuality, this might paint a full picture for you. According to 10 former employees who spoke to the Post, Crowder regularly engaged in unhinged tirades. Oh, I know, I've seen his rants. Forced subordinates to wash his dirty laundry, and even exposed his genitals to co-workers. 6 of the 10, claimed they firsthand witnessed Crowder exposing himself, saying, quote, he climbed over and dropped his junk on top of Jared's shoulder. One ex-staffer said of an incident involving ex-producer Jared Monroe. Another former employee noted that Crowder's lewd behavior was a power play. Look, I've had bosses who have tried to establish dominance with their employees. I've never had any of them wave their dick in my face.
Aaron, it's a common assertion of dominance in the Wild Kingdom. You didn't see Jane Goodall's Gorillas in the Mist. She documented several similar occurrences during her time embedded in the Congo.
You know what? You're right. Steven Crowder runs his business with an iron ape-like fist. Another that he shoves on other men's assholes, apparently. Another former employee noted that Crowder's lewd behavior was a power play, saying, and if your manager at Red Lobster did this, it would be national news.
What? Why Red Lobster?
I don't know. They just
First of all, that's a weird name drop. Did she get paid? Did that person get paid to just throw Red Lobster in there? That seems like a psyop.
Are they saying that Crowder would have put his pubes in the lobster bisque? You're right. He's a monster. He needs to be stopped.
Look at the clam boil. But yeah, I mean, I just say about Steven, I really hope that he's a shower and not a grower, because that would make that situation really, really odd if he's just taking out his little fucking Tommy McNulty penis and putting it on people's shoulders. I fucked up there.
If he's willing to get a surgery to expand his chest to look like a man, he's definitely willing to get junk surgery. He'd go to Tijuana for that.
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
While Louder with
I gotta get the shortening surgery. Do you know that? I gotta go to Mexico to get mine shortened.
Oh, that's too bad. You're like the girl with the tits that hurt their back. Your dick is pulling you forward, and I get it. That'll come back. That'll get you when you get older. Is sciatica problems, all kinds of shit.
It's also why I'm bald.
Yes, you should. Body needs all that energy for all that cock blood. While Crowder and Louder with Crowder partner Gerald Morgan didn't respond to the post. Yeah, okay, just wait a minute. We'll come back to that part. The pair jokingly brought. No, I don't want to see that part. I want to see the other allegations. So there's allegations that, you know what? Fuck it. I'll go to TFATK's video he did on this. It's only 2 minutes long. The New York Post did not do this justice. TFATK Crowder. Yeah, here it is.
Things are just getting worse for Steven Crowder as the days go by. Just minutes ago, news hit that Steven Crowder exposed himself at work. Ex-staffers say, "Oh, you're doing great." So Steven Crowder has been having some problems ever since he declined what he called a slave contract of $50 million.
Oh yeah, we forget that. This whole thing started with Steven Crowder going, $50 million from the Daily Wire. What am I, Nat Turner? And no, he fought back.
What am I, a woman?
Yeah. $50 million. How about you suck my dick? I'm not sucking your dick, Steven. Well, it's on your shoulder. It's too late.
Joined.
Get it? Why does he always do that? He's got the stealthiest goddamn dick I've ever seen. Hillary Crowder's like,
"Can I get the sanitizer, please?"
Hillary Crowder rubs her belly and goes, "You have no idea. I thought he was gay. I swear."
Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire operation back in January 2023. Now, amid Steven Crowder's messy divorce, recently a video from his own Ring camera footage that was recorded back in 2021 was made public last week, in which he berates his wife while she's clearly 8 months pregnant with their twins. Crowder, who has complained of the no-fault divorce laws where he lives in Texas, basically scolds her for not behaving like a wife should and refused to allow her to use
Okay, we know that one. I want to skip ahead because this guy actually gave better coverage than the Post did of the ball rubbing.
Back in March 2018, Steven Crowder and his crew were driving in a van when a former producer he liked to call Not Gay Jared fell asleep in the back row. Steven Crowder was in front and he was joking about what he was going to do. He climbed over and dropped his junk on top of Jared's shoulder. No homo. The same ex-staffer recalled that Steven Crowder had exposed himself to Jared in 2017 while they were filming a parody
So wait, was calling him Not Gay Jared like, was that projection on Crowder's part, fighting back his own homo demons?
And also, wait, did they say that he was sitting in the front seat and then he climbed over like a fucking scene from The Matrix?
Yeah, you've never
got into the back seat and then junked his shoulder? That's like, you're going for the joke. You're going way too far for the joke, Steve.
You've never done that? You never climbed from one seat back?
I mean, like on the highway, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man?
If you're climbing from the front seat to the back seat in a moving car on the highway, you really want to touch a guy with your dick.
You really want to put that dick on him.
You really want to put that dick on him. I wonder if that wasn't. I wonder if the producers didn't like call that Crowder's medicine, so he stayed away from gay.
That's just Steven and his thing.
Yeah. Guys,
literally his thing.
Guys, if Steven doesn't drop his dick and balls on your shoulder, he just starts shoving it in people's mouths and it gets really weird. He's just, you got to let the guy get the demons out.
Okay, I got something here. This is kind of crazy. It's kind of sidetracking you a little bit, but it goes with this story. Would you be able to look up this guy really quick? His name is Gary Mole, M-O-L-E.
Gary Mole.
Gary Mole, and put penis energy executive. If you put Gary M-O-L-E
energy.
And penis energy executive, there should be an article from the
2015
Deal Breaker. Yeah, either dealbreaker.com was a good link, or if you have something else, just go with it. This guy was reminding me of Steven Crowder a little bit, and I've heard about this story personally before. So if you got a chance to maybe
penis proud former energy CEO with ties to Platinum Partners pleads guilty to tax fraud. Oh no, this is
Okay,
2017. He did tax
Yeah,
fraud.
so you got to try to find the one from
This is here. I got a
Dealbreaker.
Here, I got a 2015
Dealbreaker.com, if you can. Dealbreaker.com. That's the best telling of this guy's story because he did get in trouble again for investing in blood diamonds. But before that, and maybe I could surmise it.
Here you go. No, I've got it for you.
Okay.
For instance, in 2007, Mole went to dinner with his COO at the time, Amparo Gasca, and her husband. It did not go so well, according to Gasca. Gasca claims her boss, CEO Gary Mole, asked her to organize a dinner at America's Restaurant on Post Oak with several work colleagues and their wives in August 2007. At the dinner, Gasca claims
their wives as well.
Gasca claims Mole got drunk and tried to kiss a male coworker. Oh. When Mole's wife told her husband to stop it, Mole said he wanted to see who was more of a man and told the male coworker to pull down his pants. When the man refused, Mole then pulled down his pants and made lewd comments. 4 months after the alleged depantsing incident, Gasca was staying at a hotel in Massachusetts on business when she got a phone call at 3:30 a.m. It was the front desk telling her that a drunken mole was demanding to be let into her room. The very next morning, Gasca claims she accidentally left her cell phone in a conference room when she went to the restroom. When she returned, she discovered Mole and another coworker were using her phone to leave sexually explicit and demeaning voicemail messages to one of Gasca's male friends. When Gasca told them to stop, they did not and left further messages. Yeah, he's not done. This is embezzlement stuff.
Yeah, again, but it wasn't just embezzlement. He was taking money that he was like gaining from government contracts, and he was investing it directly into illegal blood diamond mining in the Congo.
Okay.
That was where he got his best return on investment. So, I mean, I guess it was illegal though what he was doing, and he spent some time locked up. But yeah, I kind of sidetracked you there and derailed it a little bit.
Well, here,
I love the story.
I got to catch up with some of the pro Stevie super chats here, and then we'll get back into the Crowder thing.
Let's hear it.
There is the New York Post article about Crowder, and then there's it wouldn't be a Crowder controversy story if he didn't handle it 110% the opposite of how you're supposed to. J Dead with $4.99, thoughts and prayers for you, John Malkovich. #fucking lupus. It's very sweet. It's a
great actor.
It's a very nice sentiment, in my opinion, that he would say that to you. We also have $5 from Sean Raz. Says Bubba used to give his employees bandits. It involved fingers and backsides. Camel Toe with $5 says don't go on MLC. They're doing a bait and switch. It will be more annoying than the Ray interview with Joe, the producer. Love the show and Stevie. I'll be honest with you. That Ray thing was pretty easy to handle. I didn't really break a sweat in that one, so I didn't think that one was too bad. Did you see
the more recent Joe blow up with a guest? Where,
no, is it
Tom McCafferty, NYC comedian?
Is it on Ray's channel or Shuli's channel?
It would be the Shuli channel episode.
I'll check it out. We can check it out.
It's been covered. It's been covered a bunch. I don't know if it's worth getting onto here, or maybe it is actually. Your crowd would probably dig this sort of conversation if you do have a chance to maybe go to, or maybe someone out there can timestamp it that probably knows for us, maybe one of the mods can check out the Tom McCafferty interview on Rock Bottom. But that was the one that was on the Shuli network. Yeah. And at the end of, you could probably find it pretty easily because you could just scroll and see where the guest drops out. And if you just go about a minute or two before that, you'd see where all the fireworks happen.
We'll do an old steel toe click through until we find the thing. All right.
Yeah.
So let's, there's a little more Crowder penis stuff, and then we'll get Crowder's reaction to Crowder's penis stuff. By the way, Stevie, you are officially at 20, 75, 110, 120 to split between Stevie and the show so far. Remember, half of everything to Rumbles, YouTube, PayPal, Streamlabs, half of all of it goes to Stevie Lou today, which he is giving to, what's the charity?
The Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, the Children's of Mississippi. I got a guy out there who is doing a little fundraising for them, and I promised him that I would give a good portion. So at least $50 so far are going to that guy out there for his charity. So very cool. Thank you.
There's the Streamlabs. There's the PayPal. There's the Venmo. If you'd like to throw in there, super chats, memberships, all of that counts as well. going to Stevie Lou today, who he is sending it off to charity. All right, let's finish the Crowder dick pulling, and then we'll get to Crowder handling it horribly.
Clip it, Dex.
Himself to Jared in 2017 while they were filming a parody version of Ghost. Oh, this gets good. And on a flight in 2018, a different employee claims that they saw Steven Crowder put his testicles on his childhood friend and assistant John Goodman. Oh my.
Not that John Goodman.
Yeah, what?
Wait, what? And I heard
really good in The Big Lebowski.
Oh man, he's great in everything. Who doesn't love John Goodman? Don't put your dick on him. That's not very nice. I got a good John Goodman drop for this situation.
Oh wow.
Maybe I don't.
You're gonna take a while to find those
I've got
drops,
way
man.
too many of these fucking drops, man.
And I've got a solution. We got to get a drop spreadsheet for you.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll put that on the mods. I think I suggested it earlier because then you can have an easy search function. You can know what page each one is on, fire it off. I'm giving you guys a little bit of free production advice here.
Attaboy. Well, I am very technologically inclined, as you can tell.
We'll simplify it for you.
Where's my goddamn money and pussy clip? That's what I shout on a regular workday here. Oh no, I think you know what it's called? I think it's just called Trumbo. That's why I can't find it. Son of a bitch. I got this one.
Yeah.
Shut up, cunt.
There. I mean,
hey, what? Why did you?
That'll work for now.
Have that one ready for when I start talking too much.
Hey.
Oh, here's for Steven Crowder.
Hey, jerk off my nuts.
There you go. That one kind of works for him. No. Oh, well. What do you do? I'll find. How did I lose my John Goodman Trumbo drop? What a dickbag I am. Anyway.
Like I said, we got to organize your drops better, buddy. I'll help you out with that. We'll talk off air.
I don't like that Crowder's putting his penis on people, but it seems to be a common thread. See, you could say that this was a pile-on job and that they're all lying, but when you have 3 or 4 people saying he's doing the same dick thing, it's like he was putting his dick on people, for sure.
Things getting a little dicey here. Another employee remembered that Steven Crowder had showed his genitals to Dave Landau, who of course is
whoa.
Well, now we know why Dave's so upset.
If Kevin Brennan hears this, he's gonna lose his fucking mind because he's been saying for a long time that Dave Landau is gay.
Dave Landau got turned gay by Steven Crowder's dick. Steven Crowder put his dick on Landau and turned him gay.
Dave Landau is gay. He works for a gay man. He left the job, but
hey, Stevie Lou?
Yes.
Devin with $250. He has become a steel toe VIP. So we take 150 of that. There you go. I'm almost positive that today's goal is knocked out. And also, Stevie Lou is pushing 150, his share of this thing right now. I think we're pushing, let's see, 160, 170, 225, 235, 250, 260, 270. So pushing.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. That would be, what is 270? That's 135?
Yeah, 135.
That is tied for the guest host record. So Stevie Lou is getting close.
Thank you. And I promise to show receipts for my donation too. I am not a fucking quick change con man like Chad Zumock. I will 100% show those donations. Can I really say that I was given a $20 donation from Little Lemmy.
Very nice.
Specifically for this. But then when she heard that I was giving it to a charity, she threatened to take it back if I didn't spend it on illicit substances. So I was able to earmark that 20 that Lemmy sent over for something special for me later. So thank you.
Steel toe listener in exile and hiding, Little Lemmy, who will not admit that she's a steel toe fan anymore. It's a little odd. Delco Lou.
No, Granny and Lemmy are good folks.
They are.
Good old-time steel toe fans, so shout out to those two.
Delco Lou with $15 as well, so throw that on. Stevie Lou is officially the all-time guest host record holder in funds. There you go.
No.
There you go. Here we go. All right, more about Crowder and what he does with his cock.
Is the comedian or former co-host who called Crowder a bully last week. Dave Landau claimed that Steven Crowder installed a Dave Don't Talk button on the show to get him to be quiet on air. In addition, Steven Crowder allegedly sent production assistants to do his laundry and could be an
so Revenge of the Sis did this segment. I swear to God, I thought that they made it. It was like a Crowder employee training video. I thought they like did the thing. It's not. Somebody made it based on demands Crowder has made of his employees. They had to go do his laundry, get his dog groomed. Sometimes, I'm not kidding. Sometimes Steven likes a baked potato before the show. And they had to, so if you wanted a job at Louder with Crowder, you had to microwave him a potato and leave it on the right side of the desk and leave beverages on the left side of the desk. And they said he likes it microwaved for 2.5 minutes. And they actually asked in the job interview, show us how you would put in 2.5 minutes on a microwave. Would it be 2.5, 230, 2. I'm like, I actually had the DM Mersh because I was like, wait a minute, you guys didn't make that up? He goes, no, that was something somebody made based on real things that Crowder has asked his employees to do.
Dude, that is some psychological warfare sort of gaslighting shit. They were definitely testing to see how far people would go. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. What is it? Like the prisoner experiment that they did a long time ago, where the prisoner and cell. Fuck, I messed that one up. But anyway, you know, like where they tested to see how far this because like if someone goes in a job interview, you gotta go fucking microwave this potato. I would go, you're fucking with me. Yeah. Right? Like, you know, Cardiff Electric, don't you? This is what this is all about. You know, I would fucking, no way I'd do it. And I'd be out of a job there. But like the fucking person who does do all that is a perfect candidate to be molded into a dick shoulder taking, you know, light watching freak. Basically,
you're being trained to be the buccaneer that Steven Crowder will let rest his pirate penis on. And if you'll make
like
him
a parrot, like a Steven Crowder, and it's just a dick instead.
His dick lands on you. He's giving it eyes and a nose, and the penis hole is the mouth, and it just goes.
Yeah.
That music, that stinger to Louder with Crowder employees is like the Jaws music to swimmers. They hear that. It's like fireworks to a war veteran. They hear this. And they go, what the fuck? No. I'll be okay. Oh,
wake up in the middle of the night sweating.
I'm going to be okay. So is that the end of the dick stuff?
Reasonable micromanager who would make wild requests after hours to set people up for failure. Ex-staffers also claim that he would regularly berate his team and threaten to fire people on the company's Discord channel. He even went after his own father, named Darren.
After his own father.
As funny as all this is, like, this is a serious control freak problem. Like, hardcore. Like, this is a guy who's very insecure with himself. I mean, not letting Dave Landau talk thing, that's clearly because people thought Dave was funnier. And Crowder always wants to be seen as the funniest guy in the room. And then, like you said, making him a baked potato before the show, that's just you fucking with people to exercise your control. You're fucking.
It's like a frat. They do that in frats.
Yeah.
Like when they're trying to fuck with the pledges. He was doing they were like elephant walk.
Yeah.
From the coffee room to your office and do it in less than 30 seconds.
Hey,
otherwise,
guys,
you gotta do it again.
We're about to do a sketch where we own the libs. Get me a fucking baked potato right now or you're fired. I would be so happy. I'd never be happier to quit a job than if a motherfucker asked me, hey, producer, yeah, you want to get me a baked potato? I'd be like, you want me to put my dick on your shoulder, motherfucker? I'm not getting you a baked potato. Do I have a sign on my chest that says baked potato storage? No, because storing Steven Crowder's baked potatoes ain't my fucking business. All right, any more dick stuff? Did he put his dick on his dad? Oh, that would be great.
Even went after his own father.
Can you get your guy that does the clips? Any more dick stuff? Can you please isolate that for us?
Oh,
what
Victor.
Aaron just said there. Victor, Victor,
yeah.
if you can pull a couple of those, any more dick stuff. He said it a minute ago too.
There were a few
double
dick
check
things,
that.
that I put out there.
After his own father, named Darren Crowder. And this is per one source who claimed that Steven Crowder would yell at his daddy in front of employees when Darren...
What a piece of shit. Dad, I said decaf coffee. Do I look like I need regular? He throws hot coffee in his dad's face. No, don't wipe it off. Let it burn. That's the lesson. Jesus, Steven, you're being kind of a dick.
My dad is like in his 70s, like well into his 70s.
Yeah.
If I said something like that to him, I don't care who I was in front of. He would drop me with the right cross that I would be knocked into the fucking last decade.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's not.
Yeah, but would he let you
Who
put?
the fuck talks to their dad like that?
Yeah, but would he let you put his dick on his shoulder?
He's watching right now.
Yeah.
He's watching right now. Hey,
Yo,
Dad, he
Dad!
didn't mean that. That was a joke.
Dad, if you don't get the fucking Billy Joel parody that we're doing, if you don't get the fucking dance steps down, you'll be on baked potato duty, asshole. Now go get my dog cleaned. Fucking watch it, Dad. Fucking watch it.
Dad, where's my Celsius? I don't like this fucking mango Celsius, you fucking idiot.
That would be
To
great.
clean up Gordy's shit.
That would be great if Crowder's just like he's on coke and like he's just a complete tyrant where he's got it piled up on the table. He's like, Callan, go wash my fucking car. Dad, gloves. Jared,
Remember when it
come
was
touch
just-
my dick.
It was just blah blah blah, change my mind.
Yeah.
That was the whole, that's all it was. Remember,
Yeah.
that's all it was. Everyone was like, oh yeah, this Steven Crowder guy's kind of thing with the whole change my mind. That's very controversial. And look where we are now.
Do you think that's
Poor
why
guys?
Yeah, do you think that's why Glenn Beck let him go? He was like, oh, the change my mind stuff is fun. I like it. Employees kept coming to him shaking, and he's like, hey, what's going on over at Steven's place?
He changed my mind.
I don't know.
He changed my mind.
It's going great, Glenn. And then he'd touch him on the shoulder. He'd be like, it's okay. No, that's Steven's dick shoulder. Ah! Glenn's like, whoa, wait a minute. What do you mean Steven's dick shoulder? Do you want to go grab a steak and a baked potato and talk about it? No, I don't want a baked potato. I don't want a baked potato, Glenn. Don't make me eat a baked potato. Glenn's like, guys, I want you to go in there and investigate Steven. I think he's doing something with his dick and a baked potato. Warn the Daily Wire. You know what? Fuck it. Don't warn the Daily Wire. Let them make the mistake.
Man.
Do you think
Jesus
Rumble is
Christ.
talking to their lawyers right now going, how do we get the fuck out of this deal?
Oh yeah.
Rumble's
I gotta see his Rumble rider.
like, yeah. Why? Now we understand why he asked for so many baked potatoes.
Is it a sack of potatoes a week? Like
Why did he-
Idaho potatoes specifically?
Why did he ask for a mannequin in studio and put in all caps broad shoulders? I don't get it. All right, it's taking me a long time. By the way, TFATK on YouTube. Subscribe to this guy. He does really good clip stuff. He's one of those guys. He's been in our chat before. He's one of those guys who understands that the Brendan Schaub thing is definitely kind of dead and kind of finished. And he's kind of jumping over to covering more stuff. I think he's doing a good job. This Crowder thing
Is Brandon Schaub like? Oh yeah, I guess he's
still doing a show, but like I think making fun of him is just it's been done. Like it's kind of over now.
Was working as his son's booker. A former employee said, I'm not shocked, but it was pathetic what he did to Hillary. That might not be the Steven you see on his show, but that was the real Steven. Now
Now I disagree. When I watch Steven's show, all of this shit makes sense to me because I just see the thin veneer of the real guy that's underneath. Like a lot of us have watched this guy for years and go, this guy's something's fucked up with it. He's a weirdo.
It's a little off.
Yeah.
Just a little tiny bit off. Not a lot.
Now
Just
we find out like Popeye or like potatoes are to him what spinach was to Popeye. And we're finding out that he's dropping dick on everybody. And
I'm Crowder the podcast man. Fucking all right, that was bad.
oh,
I'm like Anthony Cumia. Watch out with my impressions.
you can't escape. Oh, go make me potato. I'm Crowder the podcast man.
He's like, olive wheel. Why don't you give that goddamn dog its medicine?
I've got pecs like boulders.
Oi, fuck, Steven, I'm pregnant right now. Shut up, you unwifey bitch.
Crowder's the worst Popeye ever. This is terrible. Oh, my pecs are like boulders. Now give me your shoulders. I'm Crowder, the podcast man.
That was good, dude. That was good improv. I'm gonna tell you right there. That's quality shit.
My wife seems real bothered. I'll fuck with my father. I'm Crowder, the podcast man.
Yes.
Oh, man. Right. Oh, man. Go clean my dog Rover. I'll ask for non-disclosure.
Yeah. Could somebody please Photoshop fucking Steven Crowder's head on Popeye, and instead of
But
spinach,
Get
a
it?
potato.
Get it? Like
please.
a red, one of the red-faced Popeyes with smoke shooting out of his ears, and put that on Crowder's
Exactly,
face.
and make Wimpy his father, his lazy father, just sitting there eating a hamburger, and he's yelling at him.
Crowder, I'd gladly pay you Tuesday for a baked potato today. Oh God! All right, we'll try to get to the end of this.
dumb.
We still have Crowder's ill-timed response to all this coming up as well.
Oh,
A Saint pisser if ever I've seen one. And honestly speaking here, the radar Brian Callen and Brendan Schaub have for fighting shitty human beings, they can latch their wagon on too, never misses. Brian Callen is punching the air right now. And my God, I can't wait for Steven Crowder's show on Thick Boy Network. Now that makes sense. This dude.
All right. Oh man, yeah. How great! The turn of fortunes are so bad for Steven Crowder that he's going to end up going to work for Brendan Schaub. It's going to get so bad.
yeah. Wow.
Oh man! All right, we got a lot of we got some super chats to get through here. We got a few of
I
them.
like the sound of that, man.
Zen Rhino with $5 says, "Congrats on getting great value Adam Sessler on the show. Way to go, Stevie."
I am cheap. I'm very cheap.
$5 from Bill Loney. Bill Loney says, "Here's more drug money, Stevie."
That's my buddy. Bill Loney is a good buddy. We are friends, so that's a joke from Bill. Thank you, Bill.
Our good buddy KF again. Allow me to. I'm going to get my drop. Here we go.
Sage retard PhD KF.
There we go.
Says, "My pain is constant and sharp, and I do not hope for a better world for anyone. In fact, I want my pain to be inflicted on others. I want no one to escape." Steven Crowder, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's a Crowder quote. It seems wholesome enough. Stevie Lou has officially broken the record for guest co-host contributions in a day. And here's another one from Jared. Says, "So not only do you want me to donate money, but you also want me to touch your dick? And here I thought you said I wasn't gay the other day." Wait, not me. Crowder's the one who wants you to touch his dick. I promise. I was drunk when I sent those messages. All right, yeah, guys, don't write F8 in the chat to clip this yet. We've still got more Crowder because, Stevie Lou, as we said before, you heard all those accusations that came out yesterday. Crowder decided, and like we said earlier, when given the choice between doing the thing that's best for his career and totally bending over and butt-fucking himself in his own ass, Steven Crowder has been choosing bend over and sodomize yourself lately. Guess what Crowder decided to do when faced with the option of addressing or not addressing these accusations yesterday?
I'm gonna say he rolled the dice and addressed.
Yes, you are correct, Stevie. Not only did he decide to address them, but these accusations were about an hour or two old, which leads me to believe that maybe someone on the inside tipped him off that this was coming out. And also, he decided to make a funny, wacky bit about it.
Oh, that's always good.
He decided to make a funny, wacky bit about him pulling his... Now, remember the allegations that we heard, and then listen to what Crowder's going to cop to. It is the classic, oh, this motherfucker's lying. This is a... Chad Zumach should be hired for Louder with Crowder. These two would get along very, very well. I mean, if Chad will sit on a black dick in a sauna, he'll let Crowder put his cock on his shoulder.
There we go.
So here's Crowder on Rumble yesterday, addressing, because of fucking course he did, address the there is no victory in addressing the accusations that you put your cock on multiple people and made them make you a baked potato. There's no victory here. But Crowder's going to pull what he believes is a victory out of thin air. Here we go.
That's true, and which means, by the way, you can leave a comment down below.
Steven?
I forgot. Yes.
Steven?
Oh boy.
God.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yes,
Sam.
Sam.
Oh my
What?
God. She's getting in.
Very sorry, but I have something to discuss with you.
Oh God. Oh right. Okay.
So this is HR. So that he's got different wacky characters for his show. This is HR Sam. I think a guy who legitimately needs an HR department should not be making wacky HR characters, but that would be like if Cosby had a show 8 years ago and he was going, all right, let's go over to the rape complaint department. And you're like, no, Bill, that's a terrible idea. You have 67 accusations out there right now.
That's like if you were to like say on the phone, "I'm gonna kill you" to somebody, and then we're making all these gun jokes just a few moments before on a broadcast.
Right. If you were on a broadcast and pointing your finger like a gun and playing gun sound effects as you pointed it at the people on the screen,
and then called someone up while they were on air and said, "I'm going to kill you." This is very similar.
Stevie Lou, that is a fantasy scenario you're depicting. Nobody would be retarded enough to do something like that.
You're right.
So here's HR Sam confronting Crowder on his dick laying, potato bacon, la 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 la, son of a gun.
All right, Sam. You do know, Sam from HR, you do know that we're live, right?
Yeah. Pull the microphone close. You're an HR guy. You're not an audio guy. Come on.
All right.
I am aware of that, and I am sorry, but I've got a line out the door with infractions that have happened inside this office.
So we can't just do this as a meeting outside right now?
No, I'm afraid, Stephen, that you put your cock on my shoulder. The cameras are the safest place for me right now.
No, this can't wait.
You have a list of infractions that have taken place in this office.
Goodness.
Sorry, Stephen, but this has to be addressed.
Okay. All right.
The other day...
Everything you're about to say has actually been spoken in this office?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, boy.
Okay. So these are all... And what's the punishment? Go.
By the way, Stevie Lou, it's not... You don't understand. Yeah. It's not a Crowder bit until it's way too long with no punchline.
Yeah, like who writes these? Are they acting?
Steven writes.
They're acting right now, right?
Yeah, Steven writes these.
He's acting too.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Crowder's parodies? Have you ever seen any of them?
No, I'm not. Truth be told.
Oh, guys, guess what we get to do today? We get to show Stevie Lou the Crowder parodies. Oh, this is going to be... You mean to tell me you have not seen Crowder do his Tombstone trailer?
No, that sounds something that I'd like to see, though. So
you haven't seen Crowder's Braveheart parody trailer?
God, Jesus Christ! Now this sounds kind of painful.
Is today going to be? Stevie Lou's already got his money. We got extra for him.
Yeah.
So the other day, Gary said, "quote I have never met a Russian that I liked."
Gary, did you actually say that?
I did, Stephen. I'll be honest. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, okay. So we don't appreciate it. All right.
I want to point out this is all leading up to dick dropping accusations.
But, it doesn't matter. You can't say that. It's wrong to hate, Darren. All right, Sam. Okay.
Kim said, when in doubt, quote, blame the Clintons?
Well, okay, Kim, that's not for crying out loud. Really?
Sorry,
that was kind of funny.
I'll
give him that one.
If they would have swung for the fences and went Jews, I would have laughed harder.
There you go.
Hey, who knows?
All right. Well, look, people say things in an office. These are minor infractions.
I think so. I mean,
yeah. Okay.
And then Toolman said, so we want to talk about this Jewish guy that steals everyone's money?
There you go. You got your wish there.
Oh, well, I mean, they didn't need to single out Ben Shapiro, but that's fine. I mean, it's kind of mean, I think.
Yeah, probably. That sounds like me.
That actually is something that you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Tim, let's not.
He's Jewish, Tim.
Let's not do that.
I was talking about Sam.
Yes. Okay. All right. So
and now there's this newspaper article out this morning where...
See, this is the part where Crowder needs people around him who go, no, don't. We don't need to address the Stevens putting his dick on everybody article. There's no reason for this.
It says, quote,
this is crazy.
Crowder was known to expose his genitals to staffers.
Well, hold on a second. Yes.
Yeah, well,
yes.
Just wait. I mean,
that did happen. I mean, what are you talking about? The Terminator 2 sketch?
No, but at the time you only had 5 employees and they were all male.
Well, yeah, I know, but it was a Terminator 2 sketch because remember the nudies didn't.
Have you ever seen ass covering be turned into a sketch before?
No, this is pretty bizarre, man. I feel kind of like this is psychedelic to a certain degree, that there's either no self-awareness or just wrong things going on in his head that would tell him to do this.
Right. It's either zero self-awareness or terrible judgment. You're right. It's one of those two things.
Thanks for saying that properly.
Yeah. And but it is, it's like, dude, no, people can look up. Now you're just directing more people to the article. This is like acknowledging the divorce. Now you're just turning more people who don't live on Twitter all day to your divorce. You're putting more people towards the dick article, and then Crowder, they're going to read the dick article now, and they're going to find out nobody said anything about a Terminator sketch. Nobody said anything about sketches you were doing. They're talking about you in a van dropping your dick on somebody's shoulder and yelling at your dad and telling people to get you baked potatoes.
fit?
Oh,
is it
that's
that one,
right,
Sam?
Yeah.
Well, now there
Was
are.
it the ET ones through the cornfields where we had to run naked through the
yeah,
cornfields?
we're naked in that one. Yeah.
We were naked in that
Backwards.
one. Too.
Good one.
Yeah,
Run
see,
backwards.
now all he's doing is he's admitting to more times he had his cock out in front of people.
Or that's like an old hacky joke, run naked through the cornfield. Or did they actually do that as a parody?
Hey, Stevie Lou, I'd like to remind you, after this, we'll be watching Crowder
watch
parody videos. Yeah. So Crowder is doing that thing that a lot of guilty people do, and that is copping to a lesser offense, thinking that that'll throw the heat off him. Like, he's pleading guilty to misdemeanors right now, so they don't give him felonies. They're like, hey, Crowder, these people are accusing you of pulling your dick out. And you're like, oh, you mean the Terminator sketch or the cornfield sketch? No, the Alone with Your Producer in a Van sketch. That's the one they're talking about. Oh, well,
Yeah.
but I admitted to the other two, so we don't need to talk about that one.
That was the night, though.
Was it Gay Captain America? Because what happened is
A little cold.
the onesie didn't fit, so we just had to make it a nosy, and there was no.
Well, now that there are ladies here, we have to run things differently. This isn't like the Terminator clip.
Well, I know it's not like the Terminator clip. Do we have? Well, yeah. Do we have the Terminator clip?
Let's play the clip.
Yeah, I got it here.
Yeah. Okay.
Come with me if you want to learn.
Look.
See, Stevie Lou, you've filmed things before. You've been part of filming crews and things like that. Do people need to be fully naked for those upper body shots, or can they be wearing clothes on the bottom?
No, they got a nice little crotch cover,
Yeah.
a little flesh-colored crotch cover thing we throw on people, or nude underwear, like a thong thing that you'll do, never nude sort of thing.
So we're basically, if we're Crowder right now, admitting to more times that you had your dick out. And I think what we're finding out is that, you know, those of us who have been on the Crowder's secretly gay train for a while, the stock is paying very good dividends right now.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
I mean, the most egregious thing to me is that he fucked up the whole Terminator actual thing. Like, he went through time naked because you can't have any organic non-organic materials, which the sunglasses that just showed up on his face were taken off of a biker as he went to go find clothes. So any good Terminator fan like myself would call total bullshit on this.
I'm glad out of all of the cock pulling, baked potato, and dog grooming accusations, you're upset that he fucked up the Terminator bit. I think that's good. You know, different people are offended by different things with this Crowder fella. Is he wearing a fucking Jesus shirt? Well, I just realized that. He's wearing a Jesus is my homeboy type of shirt while he's addressing accusations that he's been homoerotic with multiple staff members. You know what? No, Stevie Lou, I think stick with the no self-awareness thing. I think that's what charts the best.
Yeah.
Okay, of course, yes. Many people saw my balls.
Well, yeah.
But I had a sock on because the nudies wouldn't fit. You couldn't do it. Yeah.
Hold on, Victor. Victor, can we make sure? Can we just play that through clean one more time?
Here, let's go back a little bit so Victor can grab it clean. No pun intended.
Well, yeah.
But I had a sock on because the nudies wouldn't fit. You couldn't do it. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, wait, gotta go back further. Hold on.
Posterior.
Come with me if you want to learn.
Look, okay, of course, yes. Many people saw my balls.
Well, yeah.
But I had a sock on because the nudies wouldn't fit. You couldn't do it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You have a large posterior.
Yes, exactly.
So nudies don't.
And there were also times where we played the spot the ball game.
Yeah.
Well, we need to.
He is admitting to shit. Stevie Lou, he didn't read the article before he did this. Because he
must not have.
He's so arrogant that he thinks he can diffuse all these allegations without even knowing what they are. He's like, oh, you mean the time I played Spot the Ball, or the time I dressed as Terminator, or the time in the cornfields? Like, no, Steven, those are all 3 times you just admitted to having your dick out that none of these people mentioned.
Yeah, and we don't do that on set. You wear a robe until just before they call action, or they put you in place. And like, if it's not a dick scene, you don't have your dick out. I've shot dick scenes before. We call closed set. You throw everybody out who's not essential. You fucking clear the room, and it's a very personal, private thing. If you're taking it serious, which seems like this guy's fucking not.
Stevie Lou, I think they need you doing some consultant work over there. You know what I see in your future?
Stay on topic as well.
Okay, I thought it was a topic.
Continuing with the infractions, Riley said, quote,
Oh, is that it?
Govern me harder, Daddy.
Riley?
Is that the end of?
But thank God we didn't get to the high one. Your mic isn't really working all that
That's
well.
the end of the dick addressing.
Wait.
That is.
That's it. Moving on.
Oh wait, hold on.
Wait.
Actually, hold on a second. The gain. You hit the gain button over here.
Oh, okay. Let me.
It's right there.
Is that your testicle?
Yeah, it is.
Mm.
Oh, man. You suck, Sam. Suck. All right, man, get out of here.
Guys, I want to point out how terrible Steven Crowder is at handling controversy. This might be worse than the marriage thing. In the middle of accusations that he pulled his cock out at his employees, he does, to address it, a pulling my balls out in front of my employees bit. There ain't no helping this motherfucker. He is bound and determined to go down.
It's like a Gavin McGinnis sort of thing. I would see does he do this? Seriously, I hate to say it, I do not know that much about Steven Crowder. Is this it's like a Gavin McGinnis type fucking grab my dick and say fuck the world if he ever had this sort of shit come up, which I don't think he has with his wife,
Like Crowder's decided to lean the fuck in, apparently, to the okay, it's okay to lean into accusations that I don't know, you don't like Ben Shapiro, so you lean in and shit on Ben Shapiro. But if the accusation is you keep putting your dick on people, you don't give us 3 more instances that you've whipped your dick out and then do a, hey, look at my balls bit. But look, I'm not...
That's just you. That's just
me, I guess. Hobo Chili Recipe with $4.99 says, who is this smiling chemo patient who I guarantee has a van with a heart-shaped windows in the back and a dead baby in a Coleman cooler? I mean... Yeah,
parking is very expensive in Brooklyn and New York City. I can't afford to just park my van, so I had to get rid of it.
Well, and if you have a baby on board, they don't charge you as much. It's harder to tow a vehicle when there's a baby. So it's not like the guy's just being a dick. He's got his rationale. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. I didn't now we always give people the option, if things are going well, to go an extra half hour. So if you want to go 50 more minutes instead of 20, it's allowed.
I can do it, man. I'm into it. We're
Because
having a good are you having a good time? Because I'm having the freaking time of my life right now.
I'm having a great time, and so far nobody has made a Chad Zumach wiki, although 2 people said they were on it, so we're going to keep an eye out for that.
Okay. There's a lot. It's not easy just to make these things up, so we'll give them some time. By the end, I want it by EOD. I want it on my desk, though. Let's make that clear.
Crowder... oh, God. Here, I'll play one for you. I don't want to make the audience go through this.
Yeah, let's just do one. Let's not kill him here.
This is one of the times that Crowder was suspended from YouTube, and he got his channel back after his suspension. And
just like the BYB Boys,
just
the Backyard Boys podcast. Yeah, I know that.
Just like the Backyard Boys podcast. Subscribe to the Backyard Boys, of course.
Yeah, I'll do my plugs later. Right.
And do your plugs, Stevie Lou. So, Crowder, 1 year ago in June, or 2 years ago in June, I think it is, he was doing his whole fight like hell, fight big tech, fucking YouTube's out to get me. But he kept trying to play by YouTube's rules and kept doing a show on YouTube, but he swore he was going to sue YouTube, which never happened. He took people's money to sue YouTube, never did it. And then he started saying how this was a generational fight and all this, just totally full of shit. And in order to show people that he was really, coming to fight, he portrayed himself as Wyatt Earp in a Tombstone sketch that he did.
Don't, no.
That he was going to fight YouTube. I'm going to let this whole 1-minute trailer play in its entirety and let Stevie Lou enjoy it for the
Can I just say, I mean, I'm sure I am speaking for a lot of people out there, but Tombstone is one of the greatest films of my generation, Western action or anything. That thing spoke to me as a child. I'm 40 years old myself, so I know you're just a few years younger.
I'm 36. I love Tombstone.
Your audience is probably out there a few years older than me as well, so they should know what I'm talking about here. But
so
yeah, please,
here we go.
I'll watch this.
Crowder doing Tombstone.
Here's my head.
Oh wait, we've shown this 800 times on the show, so it's in the middle right now. Which means last time we watched it on the show, we couldn't even get through it.
Okay.
But we're gonna get through it for Stevie Lou. His first time watching this is the Stevie Lou's first time watching any Louder with Crowder sketch.
It's true.
Okay, I'm not going to play it all the way through yet. Remember, Stevie Lou also, he's, all right, YouTube, you called down the thunder, now you got it. He's now run to Rumble. So, I think YouTube braved the thunder.
So, what was that gang that they went to go fight at the OK Corral? What the hell?
Cochise County Cowboys.
Yeah, so the Cochise County Cowboys actually win this version of fucking Tombstone.
In this episode, Susan Wojcicki is Curly Bill going, well, bye. And then they actually just leave and they go home. That's the end of the movie.
Yeah, Dave Landau is Doc. Dave Landau's all sick, like Doc Holliday. And I don't know.
Again, not gay Jared is Morgan Earp dead as they're walking him out. YouTube is. I'm sorry.
I guessed it. I guessed it.
Landau's in here. I guessed it. By the way, Landau hated these. He revealed. He's like, these were fucking terrible. Nobody would tell him no. But you've got like one of this YouTube executives is going, won't any of you play for blood? And then the Crowder people go, no, not really. No, we're just gonna go to Rumble.
No. We're gonna go another town.
Yeah. You called down the thunder. Well, somebody else will be by shortly with it, I'm sure.
YouTube is out howling at the moon, shooting into the ground in the middle of the night. Exactly. And Crowder's like, I'm just gonna go to we're gonna go
to another saloon. This is getting out of hand. Yeah.
Hi, Fred.
Here we go.
Later.
All right, YouTube, you called down the thunder. Well, now you got it.
I'm your Huckleberry ass clown.
But I gotta say,
was that a funny line that Dave Landau did just there? I'm your Huckleberry ass clown. You see, Steven Crowder's a good writer.
He's like, no. He's like, yeah. Well,
Dave, we need you to
he wanted to say, I'm your Huckleberry jizz muppet, but he was like, no, we don't say those words here.
We can't say come because Steven gets thirsty. So you got to just ass clown is the best way to do it. Can we please, during the rest of this, I'll shut the fuck up and play it, but can we please look for any secret Steven Crowder dicks on anyone's shoulder while the rest of this plays?
I'm your Huckleberry ass clown.
But I gotta say, to Steven and crew, obviously we all care. So, they're suing.
Then he came back 2 years ago to YouTube.
Did you hear when he was yelling at his wife? He was yelling, you go get those dog pills. I'll tell her the hell's coming.
You tell my wife the abortionist is coming, and I'm coming with him. Yeah. His wife actually called YouTube after that and went, no, seriously, you guys, you should definitely try to make him happy because he's not going to let you have a car and he's not going to make you give the dog dangerous medicine. And it's not okay. They're like, don't worry, Mrs. Crowder. We can protect you. Nobody can protect me. I didn't put on the gloves.
The poor dog is fucking seizing in the corner, and they're like arguing over. Oh boy!
Crowder gives a shit more about his dog getting his medicine than his wife being okay. Oh, Victor sent us some drops. Boys,
oh jeez.
Boys and girls, we've got Victor throwing in some drops.